Hello and welcome to a divisional round matchup in the WXI and Madden League. Here we have the 16-0 Vikings, coached and led by Mr. Josh Percy, facing off against the aging but plucky Cardinals team, led by Andrew Spaziano. Now, this Cardinals team here has a little bit of injury problems right now. They're missing J.J. Nelson, missing the old warhorse in Larry Fitzgerald, but they're looking to pull the upset here, facing off against the Vikings, who are coming off their bye week, of course, the #1 seed in the conference. But the Cardinals here are looking to unseat them. Now, to break from our fractured, made-up reality for a second, Andrew Spaziano is 4-1 versus Mr. Percy, but he has his work cut out here today, as Josh's Vikings team here is a wagon. You're seeing some of the numbers up there. They're led by his traded-for quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. But the true steam engine of this offense was Dalvin Cook, who was the MVP of the league this year after not even playing 16 games. He had 1,900 yards, and this is his first game back from injury. And he's looking to make a dent here in this Cardinals D. Also on this team is Stephon Diggs, who was dubbed best wide receiver in the NFC. A strong Kyle Rudolph. A strong season from the rookie Pat Elflein. And not to mention, of course, a hallmark of the Vikings has been this defense. But here we are for the kickoff, as Kai Forbath will be kicking it off. He pops that one up in the air to be fielded by, don't know who that is, but he's going to be fielding it here before gets a pretty decent gain here, making his way up to the 28-yard line. He's tackled by Laquan Treadwell and some other guy. And here we have Bruce Arians, who looks like an orangutan, versus Mike Zimmer, not sporting an eye patch right now. Always a good week for him. Of course, we're watching on Josh Percy's game, so we're able to see what play he's calling. He's going with the cover 3 look here, it looks like. I'm just assuming, since I'm pretty good at identifying defenses myself. But Palmer here in the pistol. He takes a snap. He gives it to Johnson, but he is taken down immediately by Sheriff Floyd. Police in the middle of the D. And he'll be losing a yard and be at 2nd and 11 here for the Cardinals. Not a great start to them. Not a great start for them, obviously, but Palmer comes back out here once again in the pistol formation. We have some movement on the defensive line for the Cardinals there, though they're looking for something. They must be expecting the run. Snap's taken. Palmer looking. He throws. It's dropped by Jermaine Gresham. That is a bad drop here to start off this matchup. Gresham obviously would like that to get that one back, but as well, the rules of this league are there are 5 human-controlled teams. The rest of the league is CPU. 10-minute quarters here. 19-19 left to go in the first here. And obviously, once again, the divisional round matchup, so the loser goes home here. As Palmer in the pistol, yet again, taking the snap, looking for somebody to go. He has guys barreling down him, and he throws a pick to Harrison Smith. And he evades everybody. Nobody's catching him, and he is in for the first score of the game. And Josh Percy and his Purple People Eaters find themselves up 6-0, pending a Kai Forbath extra point. And he bathes the upright in pigskin. And Josh is up by 7 to start this one off. Obviously not the start Drew was looking for here. He was backpedaling there with Palmer, trying to find something. Then he just forces it in there. And next for the next kickoff, Carl's looking to return. He's going to take this one out yet again, looking for the blocks. He gets rocked. Look at there with some openings there, but as usual, Madden does not give you a full peripheral vision for some reason, because peripheral vision doesn't exist in helmets. So you cannot see a man barreling down out of nowhere. But Drew's getting a second chance at offense here early on. He comes out with a first snap from under center for the Cardinals here. He's looking. It's going to be a pass. He throws it to Gresham, and he's able to weave by one man and able to avoid another, and he's able to get down to the 45-yard line. And that is the first positive play for the Cardinals on the game, as a 32-yard reception for the Cardinals and for Carson Palmer. Palmer's coming out here under center yet again. Johnson the tailback. Brown, Dobson, and Brown are the receivers. And a nice block is picked up by David Johnson, who saves his aging and fragile QB from taking a trip to Pound Town on the turf. Beautiful block by Johnson, and Gresham is able to pick up yet another pass. Make it 2nd and 1 here with 8:01 left to go in the first quarter of play. Palmer comes out in the back, Hands off to Johnson. Johnson's got room. Looking could have broken that one off big for a quick second, but he's still able to pick up 8 here. And the Cardinals now find themselves with a 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Palmer coming back still under center. They're digging the under center look right here early on in this one. He takes another handoff. Johnson. Johnson cuts to the side, and he is just chopped down by Hunter. Number 99, Hunter. Daniel Hunter of the Vikings, of Josh Percy. User-controlled play there. I'm sure we'll be hearing about that one later from him. And now the Cardinals now facing a 2nd and 13, so Palmer's got to look to whip up some geriatric magic here. Look, when he's alone. He throws it off to Gresham in the flats. Excuse me, that was David Johnson in the flats. He picks up 2 yards. Nothing there. Good defense being played there by the Vikings, opting to go into a full zone, giving him nothing over the top, forcing Palmer to settle for the short throw, but did not force anything there. Obviously, it was forcing plays. There is what led to the first pick 6 for the Vikings, and the Cardinals now find themselves with a 3rd and 8. So long but manageable here in the red, knocking on the door of the red zone. And good block picked up by, and it catches almost made by number 83, but he's off there. Palmer with plenty of time in the pocket, though. Percy not opting to go heavy on the blitz early on here, but the field goal is up, and the Cardinals find themselves on the board, 7-3. But yes, Percy not opting to go very aggressive here on defense, trusting his coverage team, which obviously is working out for him pretty well so far, so we'll see what happens. As he kicks this one off, it'll be fielded by Jarek McKinnon. He's bringing this out. He's able to get by one man, but not able to get by a second. He finds himself down at the 23, and now we'll be seeing Jimmy Garoppolo and Dalvin Cook coming out for their first attempts on offense here. Garoppolo's going to be in the shotgun, Cook in the backfield. He takes the snap. He stays in the pocket, looking for somebody to go. He throws it off to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook able to get by the first defender. Whiffed tackle there by the defender, and because of that, he's able to pick up a first down. Dalvin Cook, of course, once again, the MVP of the NFL this year in this hypothetical, weird, warped reality. And the Vikings off to a good start here on offense. It's got to be a good position for them, too. And he takes a snap. Cooks picks up the block. Stephon Diggs able to get the pass over the top, and the Vikings already find themselves in Cardinals territory. That was a 22-yard reception for Diggs. Vikings coming back out here yet again. Still in the shotgun. Cook still the single tailback. Garoppolo takes that, and that was almost a false start there by the Cardinals. And Cook's able to slash, and Cooks is going to go. Nobody's going to catch him here. Nice block, but no! Some men come out of nowhere and get him. I spoke too soon. Too much faith in the MVP. But Cook still, after a nifty bit of running, able to pick up 36 yards here. But credit to Andrew Spaziano and his defense for stopping them there and keeping them on the 8-yard line and still have a chance to make a goal line stand here. Garoppolo in the shotgun. Cardinals showing cover one here, showing a blitz, but they do not go for the blitz. A little bit of trickery there by them, but Kyle Rudolph's pass is knocked out of his arms. A nice defensive play call there by Andrew Spaziano. It seemed like he had Josh expecting the blitz, but that wasn't what was coming at all. He's nodded to me. Josh agrees. Well played by Andrew Spaziano. Tip of the cap. And the Vikings will now be here on 2nd and goal from the 8. Jimmy Garoppolo still in the shotgun. Calling an audible. Who knows what it is, though. He takes it. He hands off to Cooks. And Drew again with the call. Barreling down with Carlos Dansby to put the Vikings in 3rd and goal from the 11. 2 good defensive plays made in a row by Cooks as Garoppolo throws it out to the flats to Tariq Cohen, the former Bear, but he's brought down, though. And Josh now finds himself in 4th and goal, and he's going to be opting for the field goal here. This is going to be put up by Kai Forbath. That one's up, and that one's in an easy 15-yard field goal there for Kai Forbath, and the Vikings find themselves up by a touchdown, but still good defensive play there by the Cardinals on the goal line. 2 solid predictions in a row, then just the easy stop on 3rd and 11. As Patrick Peterson is running it out now. The Cardinals already getting risky, but he's able to make it out to the 30-yard line. And the Cardinals will now be setting up here on offense yet again. What will they be doing here to finally maybe punch into the end zone and chip into this Vikings lead? Palmer's coming out here under center. They're liking that look. Johnson still the tailback. Back 5 yards. He's calling out something or another. Palmer upping back. Throws that one. A nice catch by John Brown. After one juke, he's able to pick up 15, 16 yards there. A beautiful play by John Brown on first down. And the Cardinals already have another first down on the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up here for Drew Spaziano and his geriatric birds. Palmer coming back out under center. As Pat Ryan, a fumble is forced from David Johnson. And it's recovered by Pat Riley Jr. And Percy was looking at that one straight away. He was controlling Pat Riley the entire play, and he was coming down no matter what. Looked like Johnson had gotten by him at first, but he's able to catch back up and get the fumble. So now Jimmy Garoppolo and the Vikings will be taking over on the Cardinals' 49-yard line. 1st and 10 here. Garoppolo in the shotgun. Taking the snap. Wide open is Adam Thielen on the slant. He's able to pick up 7. And it'll be a 2nd and 2 for the Vikings. The pressure not working out there for the Cardinals. Percy able to pick that one up real fast and go to quick slants to the Caucasian man, Thielen. Jimmy Garoppolo still in the shotgun. Hands off to Cook. Cook is running. Cook's got some space in front of him. He's able to get by one man. Truck one, get taken down by another, but Cook now with 51 yards on only 3 rushes. Cook's off to a strong start here. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line for the Vikings. Garoppolo still calling some things out. He takes the snap. Throws out to Cooks in the flat. Cook's able to get by one man. And he's able to pick up 4. And we see a man down now for the Cardinals. I believe that's Buchanan. That would be a huge loss for the Cardinals right now. They need all the defense they can muster to stop this Vikings O. Garoppolo coming back out yet again in the shotgun. Percy not afraid to push the ball down the field right now. He throws that one to Cooks yet again in the flat, but he's forced out of bounds. Looks like he wasn't able to pick up the first. And yes, Buchanan has dislocated his hip and will not be able to return in this one. So Percy already getting a break early on in this one as he's starting up 3rd and inches from the 14. Garoppolo in the shotgun, 3rd and inches. Cardinals playing a tight front 4. And Thielen's able to pick up that one. Percy yet again picking up the blitz. Same move there, throwing it off to Thielen. And we have another injury. Not sure who it's on. Don't think it matters. And the Vikings find themselves facing a 1st and goal on the 6. So the Vikings really taking advantage of the turnover here. Already in the point territory, but Cooks is swallowed up after picking up 2 yards. And the Cardinals will be facing 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Bruce Arians still does not look like a human being. Percy looking for a play here to punch into the end zone for their first offensive touchdown of the game. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter as it winds down here. Kimdichie now out for the Cardinals. Injury woes on this here drive for him. As the clock ticks away, and it's now the start of the 2nd quarter here. Vikings lead 10-3 early in this one. But they're facing a 3rd and goal from the 2. So Drew with the chance to make a goal line stand here. He takes a snap. It's a fake flip. And Dalvin Cook is in for the touchdown. Dalvin Cook, once again, the MVP of the league. And Kai Forbath puts that one up, and the Vikings now find themselves up by 2 touchdowns early on in this one. Kai Forbath for the kickoff. This is up, fielded on to 2 by number 32. He's going to take that one up, obviously. No real choice here. He's able to get that one up to about the 27-yard line, so positive net yards. And Drew's going to get out, hoping to do something on offense, but even more than that, just hoping not to turn the ball over. On 2 of his 3 drives, Drew's turned the ball over now. He had a pick 6 on the first drive, fumble in his own territory on the last drive by David Johnson. And he's just got to be looking to do something, anything differently here. Carson Palmer takes a snap. Good protection so far for him. He's got that one over the top, and that's almost picked off again by Harrison Smith. Palmer coming out in the shotgun. He's taking the snap. Still good protection. Able to throw it up to David Johnson. He's able to avoid a couple of men. David Johnson could go all the way on this one. He's not able to get, though, by Xavier Rhodes. A solid tackle by the Pro Bowl cornerback, but a nice pickup there by David Johnson. He was able to flip the field position after Palmer almost threw a pick. David Johnson, who, of course, in the real world, did not play at all this season. Also, in the real world, the Cardinals are not in the playoffs. But, hey, this is a magic little fake reality we have going here. And lets us escape our real world for a little bit. So that's a little magical. I think me and all my fellow coaches would agree. Cardinals now facing a 2nd and 4 from the 20-yard line in the red zone, of course. Cardinals takes it from the pistol. John Gruden hates the pistol. But that's a nice toss to Gresham. A perfectly threaded needle. But, again, drops are plaguing the Cards here. And Coach Drew cannot be too happy to see that. Cardinals now coming out here on a 3rd and 4, and a touchdown here would be huge for them. And he's able to flip it over the top to J.J. Nelson, but he's not able to pick up the first, and he's facing 4th and inches, and what's he going to do here? He's going for it on this one. 4th and inches from the 17. Coach Drew already getting risky. Already down by 14 in the 2nd. And a QB sneak gets it over the middle. Old man Palmer gets on his walker and does it himself. No tennis balls needed on the bottom of that one. And the Cardinals now have a 1st and 10 from the 16. Still with the chance to cash in for 7 big points. Palmer under center. Hands it off to John. No, it's a play action. Fakes it over the top to 87. He's able to get around one man and pick up the 1st down. Cardinals now be facing 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Percy opting to send the pressure here, it looks like, but Johnson's able to fight through a couple of men, but gets down at the 1. 2nd and goal now from the 1-yard line for the Cardinals. What are they going to opt to do here? Are they going to pull a Pete Carroll, perhaps? Or are they going to do a smart thing and score a touchdown? Tight set going here. And Palmer fakes it again. He wasn't done with the rocker. Who needs life alert? He's fallen, but he can get up into the end zone for 7 points. Phil Dawson to put up the PAT, and he's got that. Give him a pat on the back because the Cardinals have 10, and they're not dead yet. Dawson to kick it off. Being fielded. Percy opts to not take that one. And then down it himself. It would have been really funny if he was on the 1-yard line when he came back in and gave Drew a touchdown. But alas, we can't have nice things here. Percy now looking to keep his lead. Drew looking to stop Percy from keeping his lead. Big things going on here. No handoff for Giaroppolo as the ball is knocked out of Thalen's hand by 32, who is also Drew's return man, I realize now. Yes. A nod of the head by Percy for my recognition of a multifaceted player. Garoppolo now coming out in the shoddy, as the urban youth would call it. Hands off to Dalvin Cook, but Cook is taken down after forcing his way forward just a little bit. And the Cardinals will now be facing a 3rd and 5. Carlos Dansby and by extension our good friend Drew with the recognition there. And the Cardinals now with a chance to get the Vikings at a 3 and out, which obviously will be huge because they're going to give them a chance to tie up the game here. Garoppolo takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He throws it over the top. There's nobody there, though. It'll now be a 4th and 5 for Josh Percy's Vikings. And Drew will now get the chance to tie the game up here after the punt. It's the first punt of the game for either team coming up here in the second quarter. Being fielded by Brown. He's going to take that. Evades one tackle, gets picked up and put down. Not too hard, not too gently, by one man. And Drew will be starting out here on the 22-yard line. Only 78 yards stand between him and a tied ball game. Carson Palmer under center. Johnson in the backfield. Snaps taken. Ball's handed off. He's able to break one tackle. Josh Percy sent the pressure, but it doesn't pay off without the tackle. And guys were in position. They did not make the plays. And Drew has a 2nd and 2 coming up here. Palmer under center. Takes a snap. Throws it up to Gresham. Gresham's able to get some space. He's running. He's trying. One man whiffs on a tackle. Gresham with the chance. Gresham gets brought down at the 5. A huge pickup by the old man, Jermaine Gresham, who in 2013 nobody wanted to sign for no good reason. But nobody remembers that. But I do. And Drew now finds himself on the 4-yard line. Ball's handed off to David Johnson, and Drew now finds himself in quick order, tying this game up after 2 fast touchdowns. And Drew's showing when he doesn't turn the ball over, he can score. And the game's tied 17-17 with 4:53 left to go in the half as Josh decides to hurt the kicker because he's a meanie head. And Josh might have just hurt himself on the field position battle here. As the Cardinals will now get to kick it off on the 50, on top of the head of the Vikings man. Skull, skull, skull. He goes for the squib. That was a weird decision. And Kyle Rudolph is brought down on the 30-yard line. So in the end, Josh being a meanie head and running into the kicker did not wind up hurting him too much, and he finds himself in plus field position as he attempts to reestablish his lead. Garoppolo coming out here in the shotgun. He takes it. And he's able to get it to Diggs. Drew looked like he was predicting the run, but Diggs going. Diggs moving, and Diggs goes all the way. A 70-yard touchdown reception on first down by Stefon Diggs. And he digs Drew into a hole of 7 points. He's a losing. And Josh is up by 7 after a long 9-second drive. Will the Cardinals be able to respond? We're about to find out. Oh, look, they're fielding the kick. And the Cardinals will be starting off here on the 30-yard line. Cardinals obviously coming off a couple of good drives here, looking to keep the momentum here. Carson Palmer, the old man, in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He hands it off to the young blood, and that's a vicious chop. And the Cardinals are going to lose 3 yards here. Cardinal in the shotgun. He's able to get one, weave that one to his tight end, 87, who I don't know. And the pass protection here against this fearsome Vikings front has been immaculate. Carson Palmer in the shotgun. Throws it up. 87. Yet again. I should learn his name. I don't know his name. I don't care. I'm already over it. A.J. Derby, formerly of the Patriots. That's weird. I don't care anymore. 2nd and inches on the 43 for the Cardinals. Trying to bring him in now is Blaine Gabbert has entered the game. Don't believe Palmer was hurt. Did they just add him for the sneak? Blaine Gabbert entering the game, the former Titans pick, and in the game now is Carson Palmer re-entering the game. So the Cardinals go with a little bit of a 2 QB look here. As a false start comes against the defense, and Josh is throwing his hands up, but the Zebras have spoken. And Carson Palmer is moving up 5 yards, but looks like the Drew-tastic Cardinals are maybe going for a 2 QB here, and Carson Palmer absorbs a hit, and David Johnson takes it up. 2nd and inches yet again. Carson Palmer out in his shotgun. He almost takes his first sack of the game, but he's able to get rid of that one at the last second. 3rd and inches from the 28-yard line now for the Cardinals. Coming here, but the pressure finally gets to him for once. Coach Percy's got to at least be happy by that, to see his line starting to make some impact on this game defensively. Palmer coming out, Derby, Nicolas behind him, and Palmer with the sneak again. It's not sneaky when you do it every time, but Percy can't seem to stop it yet.
You can't stop the QB sneak. It's impossible. You have to jump the line of scrimmage. It's impossible to stop it.
Not if you got that Troy Polamalu action going. Carson Palmer comes back under center. David Johnson, Nicholas in the backfield. He hands it off to David Johnson. Johnson's running forward. He's knocked down after a gain of 4. Carls will be facing a 2nd and 6 from the 23-yard line. Palmer come out in the shotgun. David Johnson to his right. He's able to throw one in the flat to Johnson. Johnson able to avoid one man, spin out of a second tackle, and pick up the first down. It'll now be a 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Drew Spaziano-led Cardinals. After a nice little swing pass to David Johnson. Ball snap, Palmer in the pocket, looking. Throws it up, nobody near it. 2nd and 10 coming up now for the Cardinals. 54 seconds left to go in the half. This will most likely be the final meaningful drive of the half. Now remember, though, the Vikings will be receiving the second half kickoff, so they will have a chance to respond either way. But a double score may be out of the question here at this point for the Vikings. Still all 3 timeouts, so as the ball is thrown over to Jerron Brown. He's going to pick up a couple yards, but Palmer is down now. Is there going to be Blaine Gabbert time? Does the old man need a break? And it will be. Blaine Gabbert enters the game. Now he's had 1 successful play so far, but he's going to be taking a crucial 3rd and 6 snap here from the 13. So Gabbert with the chance to make a difference. And he's able to complete that one. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Cardinals. So Blaine Gabbert able to make a completion here. Drew Spaziano not flinching. He goes from an old man to a young man. Take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you, Carson Palmer. And let's see what he can do. He hands it off to David Johnson. Smart thing to do. He picks up 5 yards. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. And Carson Palmer has torn his bicep. So that's right. We are seeing a Jimmy Garoppolo v. Blaine Gabbert playoff game. Both former 49ers QBs. Both now facing off in the divisional round for the WXIN Madden League. Cardinals still looking to tie this one up with 22 seconds to go. They give it off to Johnson. Johnson's able to bounce between a couple of men. The Vikings were trying on that one, but the run blocking for the Cardinals was just too strong, and Johnson's able to get in. And Drew, pending this PAT, will be able to tie this thing up with 20 seconds to go in the half. And the Vikings almost hop on top of that one, but
Possible to block a kick between players.
and Phil Dawson's going to kick this one off. And we'll see now what Josh Percy's going to do here. Is he going to opt to try to score now? Going to try to move it down the field with 3 timeouts in 20 seconds. This is Madden, so people are subject to doing weird things. So let's see if Percy decides he wants to take this high-powered Vikings offense down the field a little bit. With Jimmy Garoppolo, with Dalvin Cook, with Stephon Diggs. He opts, he fakes. It's a play fake. Play he scored on earlier, I believe, but they're covering. There's a holding call or something. Thalen takes that. Thalen's going to take this in. This call could be against the Cardinals, though. Let's see. And it is not. It is against the Vikings. They will find themselves on the 15-yard line after what was an exciting-looking play, but in the end, it actually goes backwards. Palmer. So Jimmy Garoppolo now with 10 seconds on the 15-yard line, all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to opt for one more big play opportunity. And it's a fake. There will not be anything. And Garoppolo is hit hard on the way down, though, but still, chance at another play. Silver lining, small miracles. Josh will still get a chance at another play here. With 5 seconds left to go, the timeouts are meaningless. He may have Andy Reid'd this last half, end of the half, just a little bit. 2nd and 20 now coming from the 15 for the Vikings. They take it. It's a running play, and Cook's able to break to the outside. Cooks is moving. Cook's able to get around a man, but he spins into a pile of men. It looks like Josh might have accomplished something there, but as usual, he doesn't succeed in what he wanted to. And the Cardinals will be, after being down 17-3, are able to get into the second half with a lead, with a tied ball game, as they kick it away to the Vikings here to start the second half. Short halftime show. We don't have those here. We don't have no fancy stuff. We don't have Ray Lewis with us. Just me, Jake Elmsley here, watching Josh Percy's facial expressions, which are very funny. His lady, Maddie, is in the music director's office. How you doing, Maddie? Good job, Maddie. Very insightful. You don't have a headset, though, so nobody can hear your great takes. Shotgun now for Jimmy Garoppolo. Cardinals looking to get another stop here. Give themselves a chance to get their first lead of the game as Adam Thielen gets the catch, but he's brought down after only gaining 3 yards. Nice play there by the Cards. Phoenix, Arizona. I've been there. Not a great city. There's nobody there. But I'll get into my Phoenix takes later on. Garoppolo in the pistol. He takes a shot. He's looking for a place to go with it. He throws it up underneath to Kyle Rudolph. Little bit of lag, but he's tackled behind the line. Josh Shahiro will now be facing a 3rd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Trying desperately to not get 3 and outed here. This Cardinals defense is hungry to make a big play. Garoppolo in the shotgun. He takes a shot. And he's sacked! But he throws the ball away just in time, so it will not be a 4th and 2. So, something that Josh could at least consider going for. But it looks like he's going to opt to punt the ball away. But a huge play by Drew, who sends an unblocked man right at the middle. And we're going to be seeing another punt here by the Vikings, and the Cardinals now with their first chance of the game to get a lead. It's going to be fielded by Brown. He's able to get around one man. He's able to get around a second man. He's cutting to the right. He's moving. He's able to get spin out of something. A lot of flash. Not a lot of sizzle there, though. But he had a chance there to break that one big. But instead he's brought down by a Vikings player. Now Blaine Gabbert will come out here, of course. Carson Palmer is out for the game, so it'll be Blaine Gabbert time as Johnson's able to cut to the edge. He's able to get around one defender. He tries to juke out Harrison Smith, but the man is just a little too strong, but a nice.
I can't do anything. It's too fucking laggy.
Josh Percy is complaining about the lag now.
I click a button and it doesn't fucking work.
He's getting upset here. But we're seeing David Johnson here breaking a lot of tackles in the backfield, and David Johnson's going to need to have a big game if they want to succeed here with Blaine Gabbert.
At this point, I shouldn't even play. Because the computer can do better than I can right now. Honestly, just stay on the D-line and let the computer handle this shit.
as David Johnson has tackled for a loss here, and they're going to need Blaine Gabbert to make some plays. They can try to hide him as much as they can, but in the end, they will need something out of Blaine Gabbert here as he throws too. Who else but David Johnson in the flats? He is able to pick up the first down though. No, he's not. 3rd and inches coming up here.
Oh, no, here comes the fucking,
QB sneak?
QB sneak.
Could we be seeing a QB sneak here again? That's been a...
Sneak, how much you want to fucking bet? Here it comes.
No, he's coming out in the shotgun, so they're not going for the empty backfield too. 4 wide. What is Drew getting at here? He throws it over to Jermaine Gresham. Nice little curl route for him. And the Cardinals now have a 1st and 10 from the 30. They're in range to tie. They're in range to get the lead already. And Blaine Gabbert now here looking to make some plays. Handoff. No! Play fake. And a pick by somebody. Andrew Sendejo, and he's running this one back. Could this be Josh's 2nd pick 6 of the game? David Johnson coming in hot, and David Johnson's able to knock him out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And that was a crucial mistake for Drew there. With the chance to tie the game up, he just sits on the game to take a lead. He at least sits on that, kicks a field goal. He's at least up by 3, but no, instead now Josh will be taking over in his own red zone. And that's a huge momentum play here in this game. Kyle Rudolph, they're able to pick up the first down. And now Josh finds himself with a 1st and goal from the 6. As he hands off to Cook, and Cook is taken down fast, though.
I click X to snap the ball, and it doesn't work.
Josh is, of course, taking many issues with the lag here.
Like, honestly, can I just get something? That'd be nice.
Josh, you have plenty. You have your health. You have a loving spouse. Your family is still here. You have a lot of things, Josh. You're just having bad luck in Madden because of lag. As Garoppolo takes a snap, he throws it. It's picked off by Buchanan. Deion Buchanan with nobody in front of him. So he can take this all the way. Or things turn around. Garoppolo's running down, but Buchanan, who's been having a monster game, is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. And Josh is kicking the drawer. But Drew gets up by a touchdown here. By a touchdown here now. And after that PAT, Drew finds himself up 31-24 with 4:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. So
I can't fucking do anything because of this shit lag. Honestly.
So after Drew throws a pick himself, gets out and brought back to the red zone.
This is fucking bullshit.
Brought back. Drew responds with a pick of his own.
Honestly, it's fucking bullshit.
And now Josh is going to be coming out here behind for the first time in the game. He's able to get that one to Thalen, though, but Thalen runs into his own blocker, unable to break loose completely, but still a nice pickup on 1st down. The Vikings find themselves with a 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Bruce Arians still does not look like a human being. Garoppolo comes out in the shotgun.
No, it's stuck.
Josh is messing around with his controller. Seemingly he's having a technical issue. 4 seconds on the shot clock. That's going to be a play action. And that one's almost picked off.
Button's stuck. I can't call an audible.
Josh is having issues calling audibles now. We may need to have a controller switch here. Josh still working on the controller. He's calling a timeout now to work on it.
I need to call a timeout. I can't get the controller out.
And Josh now using a timeout for technical reasons, but he's able to fix that one. Slow Josh down, but this timeout could turn out to be crucial later in the game, though. Garoppolo now coming out in the shotgun. 2nd and 10 on his own 43. Cardinals looking to continue their comeback here. Dalvin Cook takes it. Dalvin Cook is taken down by Buchanan.
Stop! I can't do this. every time I had the ball.
And Garoppolo finds himself with a 3rd and 6 on the 47-yard line after the second down run by Cooks. He's looking, and that ball's,
That's not what I wanted. Fuck this, honestly.
and that ball is tipped up, and Garoppolo now finds, and Percy now finds himself with a 4th and 6 on the 47, but he looks like he's raring to go for it.
Fuck this, why not? Honestly.
So Percy's going to be going for it, down 7 with 3:25 left to go in the third quarter. Ballsy decision right now. Really voicing his frustration with the game. And just opting to put it all on the table early. Percy Spaziano's showing blitz here, but he's showing a little bit of trickery on that other times in this game. And Garoppolo throws a pick. Not that it would matter much. And Percy is
Fucking stand this.
really taken down in that draw.
Fucking freezes.
In the reality, the pick is actually better for Percy than the incomplete, though. Otherwise, he would be taking over on the 47-yard line instead of taking over on the 49.
Do anything because it's fucking freezing.
But Drew with a chance now with Blaine Gabbert to go up by 2 scores here. Big drive here for the Cardinals. Handoff taken. Blaine Gabbert barely avoids a big sack.
Like, I can't do anything.
2nd and 10 coming now for the Cardinals on the Vikings 49-yard line. Midfield here. Percy opting for a very soft zone here. Interesting decision facing off against Gabbert.
Oh, come on.
Gabbert stepping back, and he throws a pick! And another pick. And Anthony Barr with the pick, and Garoppolo will be taking over on the 45. A lot of turnovers in this game so far, folks. 6 turnovers. That's a 3rd pick thrown by Drew in this one. Garoppolo coming out in the shotgun. Cook runs for 3. Garoppolo now coming back out in the shotgun. Hands it off to Cook. Cooks is running. Drew looks like he went to tackle too early, but doesn't hurt him too much as Cooks is stopped on the 27. But Cooks has 133 yards now off of 12 carries. He's having himself an MVP caliber game. And the Vikings find themselves in field goal range already. Garoppolo takes a snap. He's going to fake that. Looking for somewhere. He throws it over to Rudolph, who makes a strong diving Patriot way type catch. You won't see Brandon Cooks doing that. That doesn't get a smile out of Josh. That makes me sad. I like to see him happy when he's playing games, not sad. Oh well, Garoppolo in the shotgun. Handoff to Cooks. Cooks is running. Cooks able to get around a couple of men. And Cooks bounces his way into the end zone. We have a tied ball game here yet again. That pick thrown by Drew was a crusher for them, and they lose their opportunity to go up by 2 possessions. Instead, find themselves in a tie ball game. And that's Cook's 2nd touchdown of the game. 4 back to kick off yet again. That's going to be fielded by Peterson. He runs into the middle of a bunch of bodies, finds himself on the 30-yard line. Blaine Gabbert take the field yet again after 2 interceptions. Blaine Gabbert hopping out here again. Not seeing Drew Stanton yet, who has played some games for the Cardinals. Gabbert takes a snap. Gabbert throws it up. Nice! Strong reception by John Brown. And Gabbert finds himself at the 50. They're in the hurry up now, though. In the shotgun, taking the snap. Snap to be taken. Snap hasn't been made yet. Take the snap, Drew. I keep saying snap. Snap the ball. He snaps the ball. Yay. Ball snapped. Gabbert looks. Gabbert throws it to Johnson. Johnson just opts to run straight. Picks up 8 yards. Gabbert's almost got crossed the 50-yard threshold for passing. 2nd and 2 coming here from the 42. David Johnson in the backfield. He opts to take a weird angle on the runs, only able to pick up one. Seems like there were better holes in other places, but I'm not going to armchair Matt in this. Third and 1 now coming for Blaine Gabbert on the 41. He opts to go empty back set in the shotgun, but he just takes it himself. And he slides for 3 yards. Josh Purse taking issue with his defense.
No, I call a fucking QB spy. You do it. That's what you do. You don't go and try to. You don't do what you normally do, you stupid fucking idiot. Honestly.
Josh Percy is not happy with the way his team has been performing. As we enter the 4th quarter of play here in a tied ball game, this is looking to be an all-timer WXIN Madden League game on Anchor TV. This is also the first WXIN Madden League game on Anchor TV. Quality content being brought here. Gabbert take the snap in the shotgun. He's a trying. He throws it over the middle to Nicolas, who's been having himself a game so far today. And the Cardinals find themselves with another first down on the 27-yard line, already in range to kick a field goal to go ahead in this game. But last time they were in the same position, Gabbert threw a pick. So Drew's got to be looking to be a lot more careful here as he throws it over the top to one of his 2,000 tight ends, it seems like. But it's going to be an injury timeout here. Who's hurt? Is it Gabbert? Hopefully not. Don't want to see Drew Stanton. Drew Stanton now coming back under center. Going back to that under center look that was working pretty well for the Cardinals early on in the game. Blaine Gabbert stepping back. Able to get it over to Gresham. Nice block picked up by a Cardinals player. And the Cardinals now find themselves on the 11 with a first down. Blaine Gabbert takes a snap. He's looking. Nobody around him. Plenty of time. He opts to run it up the middle, though, and gets sacked for a 1-yard loss. Weird choice of it. The pass protection for the Cardinals has been their lifeblood in this game so far. And they now find themselves on the 12 with a 2nd and 11 with 7:54 left to go in this game. This one's going to be going down to the wire, folks. And Gabbert's going to run. Gabbert's going to make it. And Blaine Gabbert takes those young man wheels and goes into the end zone.
Bullshit.
And he puts the Cardinals up by a touchdown. Dawson to kick it in. He gets it in. He's been money. Gabbert has not been good, but he was good there. And the Cardinals now find themselves up by 7 against the undefeated Josh Percy-led Minnesota Vikings with 8 minutes to go. He's going to be fielding the kick. And now Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be coming out with what's going to be what could be the biggest drive of the season for the Vikings. See if Jimmy Garoppolo or MVP Dalvin Cook are able to get anything going here. Josh Percy's standing. I'm standing up too. We like to stand. And Cook's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Maddie's standing. Maddie's not here anymore. Did Maddie leave? Who cares? We don't need girls here. As Dalvin Cook's taken down, it's going to be a 2nd and 11 now on the 25 for the Vikings. Trying to get back, trying not to get knocked out in their first playoff game of the year. As Josh is making a giant switch here, switching around everybody. Cardinals respond by moving around some guys themselves. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Josh got to get this one off quick. He gets it off, hands off to Cook. And Cooks is taken down again. Still losing yardage. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 now from the 27-yard line for Josh Percy and his Vikings. And this is not a must completion, but this would be a huge for Drew right now to to get the ball back up one possession with 6:30 left to go in the game. Josh makes this one have to make some decisions. The Cardinals are also moving around, showing a softer coverage. Then they opt back again for a press coverage. Ball's handed off to Tariq Cohen, though, but he only picks up 6. And now Josh is facing 4th and 4. And he's been aggressive all game, so he could be going with it now. Looks like he will. Looks like Josh will be going for it now. Down 7 with 5:58 left to go. 4th and 4 from his own 32-yard line. Josh is not having any nonsense today. He wants us and he wants it back. He throws it over the middle to Cooks, and Cooks is going. Cooks is at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 10. Yes, not Cooks. Diggs. Diggs is in for a touchdown, and Josh has tied this one up. On 4th and 4 from his own 32, Josh puts his balls in a wheelbarrow, sings Buffalo Soldier, and goes into the end zone with Stephon Diggs. So the undefeated Vikings still showing a little bit of magic here in the fourth quarter. These are not your daddy's Vikings. They may not be about to blow a lead in a playoff game. Who knows, though? That guy's running it back. Still don't know his name. I should learn it. He's been playing well. 5:39 left to go now. Drew coming out onto the field with his Cardinals. Blaine Gabbert, lucky number 7, looking to make something happen here. 5:39 left to go. Cardinals are taking over on the 28-yard line. The last thing they want to do here is turn it over. Johnson goes up. Johnson able to pick up 13 yards here.
It's lagging as I go to do anything.
I'm going to get a cookie from my man Elove, who came in here. It's Girl Scout cookie season. I haven't seen a single Girl Scout, though. It's made me very sad. Thank you, Elove. Cardinals, 1st and 10 from the 41. Gabbert stepping back. Gabbert almost throws a pick, but it's dropped by the linebacker. I'm sure Josh is irate about that. Please don't take it out on that drawer. It has important stuff in it. Blaine Gabbert takes a snap. He throws it to Gresham. Gresham has had a lot of drops. Blaine Gabbert's stat line is really ugly. I'm going to keep eating this cookie because it's really good. 3rd and 10 coming here from the 41. Under 5 minutes left to go in this divisional round matchup.
Drew is going to pull out his money call right now.
What's Blaine Gabbert going to do from 3rd and 10? And we're seeing something. And he almost throws a pick. Batted down by Harrison Smith, and now Drew's going to punt it on 4th and 10 from the 41-yard line with 4:55 left to go. He's putting his trust in the defense, not in Blaine Gabbert. Silly thing to do. Always trust Blaine Gabbert. He's got a funny name. Sherrill's to field it. He's able to get around one man. Oh, he's going to move. He's able to get around the big boys. Looks like Sherrills might be taking this one all the way. He's at the 30, at the 20, at the 10. He's going to go all the way, and Josh Percy pulls out the punt return with under 5 to go to put himself up by 7. He doesn't even want to see that defense. It doesn't matter how much you trust Blaine Gabbert.
I don't know what's gonna make me have a heart attack. Him or the game. Josh.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a loud guy.
I know.
Going to be kicked off by Kai Forbath, and now Drew finds himself in a position he knew the whole first half, trailing. And he doesn't have a return of his own.
I was hoping for
He's down at the 24.
Oh, man, that was the hit that ended all.
4:35 left to go. Drew and his Blaine Gabbert-led geriatric Bird Cardinals heading out. You have not been enjoying this game. That's a lie. You've been so mad the whole time. Ball gets swung out to Duke Johnson. He's only able to pick up one, though. 2nd and 9 now coming here. This is money time for Blaine Gabbert and the guys.
Oh, no, I took out Carson Palmer. Oh,
Blaine Gabbert, of course, filling in for the injured Carson Palmer on this one. Gabbert takes a snap. He's looking, opting not to take off. He's being pursued. He throws it. David Johnson catches it on the sideline, but then gets it knocked out. What a money divisional round XIN championship play that would have been by David Johnson, but instead, he doesn't take this seriously. How can you not take this seriously? This is the XFL of TV, video game shows, like on Disney XD, which are a thing now, I think. Blaine Gabbert takes the snap. He throws it over the middle. That's incomplete. 4th and 9 coming. What's Drew going to do here? He can't trust his special teams. He can't trust his offense. Can he trust the defense? We're about to find out. Andy Lee to punt. 4:18 left to go in the game, and Drew opts to punt. He's trusting that D. Sherrill's able to avoid another one. Sherrill's going to do it again. He might. No, he's not. But he gets to the 33-yard line, and now Josh Persing, Garoppolo led, Dalvin Cook led, Stephon Diggs led. They have a lot of good players led. Vikings stepping out onto the field for a put-away type drive. Meanwhile, the Cardinals looking to stop them and do some football scoring. He opts not to hand it off. Interesting play. Throws it to Rudolph. There's some lag. It doesn't matter. Rudolph gets pushed to the ground. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from the 48. 3:42 left to go. Drew's moving around the defense. He's trying to confuse him, but that's not confusing Dalvin Cook, and he's able to pick up 8 yards. He's got 156 yards in this game off of 16 carries. That's a tackle by Chandler Jones, who was traded for what amounted to nothing for the Patriots. Cyrus Jones and a guy they cut. Woo! It's 2nd and 2 now from the 40. 3:03 left to go for the Vikings. They're almost in field goal range, which is put away range here. Dalvin Cook takes the ball. He's knocked down. He's not able to pick up the first down. He's close, though. 3rd and inches now. Coming up for the Vikes. For the Vicodins. Looking to dull their fan base's pain. 16-0 season on the line. That's nothing. 3rd and inches snap coming from the 38. This is huge. Cardinals move. Hand the ball off. And Dalvin Cook's able to pick up the first down. That's a gigantic run and maybe the biggest run of the season for him. And Drew doesn't opt to use a timeout.
Nah, you got a 2-minute warning coming. You don't call timeout.
I might.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
Ooh.
Now is the time for me to figure out. I just need one first down.
I know you do. Vikings in a prime position here. The Cardinals will have to make something happen if they want to keep their destiny alive here in the divisional round. A matchup, which is, of course, the first game of the season for the viewing audience. It's confusing. Don't worry about it. This is all nonsense anyway. And they call a timeout. Bruce Arians still doesn't look like a human being. It's amazing how bad that model is.
He's still not blitzing, though. Well, I've been beating the blitz. Oh, okay.
2nd and 8 now coming from the 32. 1:55 left to go. Cardinals have already burned 1 timeout. 2 to go. Vikings have 2 timeouts. Dalvin Cook's able to weave around a man and pick up a first down, and that should be the game right there. Unless Josh does something really silly, screams a lot, turns the ball over, and turns this entire place into a crater.
If I lost this game, this camera game.
Oh, trust me, I'm very close to it, and I am on full alert. Cooks is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Bruce Arians calls his last timeout. The Cardinals could still force a fumble. That is the last thing keeping them alive in this season. This long, arduous, month-long season in the WXIN Madden League.
Kneel the ball. He'll get the ball left with no touchdown. And I'll kick a field goal here.
And they're opting to take the knees here. They could screw it up, though. Garoppolo could be bad at taking knees. You never know. Josh can hit the wrong button. 1:12 left to go. This game is probably over, but I got to keep it alive for the viewing audience. They're taking it down once again. Taking yet another knee. Now they're going to opt for the field goal here with 54 seconds left to go. He's going to run the clock down. Unorthodox strategy here by Josh Percy. This could get blocked. There were 2 blocked field goals in the Buffalo Chiefs divisional game in this weird alternate universe where that happened. And they were both ran back for touchdowns. Who was playing as that Bills team?
What the hell? What did he do that for? They just stopped the clock. Oh no, the clock doesn't stop.
Oh no, Drew made a tragic rulebook error. It's as though the NFL rulebook is too confusing and complicated. This kick is about to be kicked. Might go in, might not. Who knows? Let's find out. He's kicking it. I think he messed it up. He's holding it. He's trying to pull some trickery or run the clock down. Dick move.
He's going to only have like 3 seconds left after the kick.
And he misses that one. And now Drew will have 10 seconds to score 1 touchdown with Blaine Gabbert and other assorted weird things. It could happen. I hope it happens personally. I'm very biased. I would kind of enjoy watching Josh freak out, but Blaine Gabbert will be taking over from the 27-yard line. It could be done. It could be done.
He ain't no Aaron Rodgers.
Nope. He's the one and only Blaine Gabbert. This would be the best ending to his storybook career if he had one. Instead, he was the guy that got replaced by Blake Bortles. Anybody remember Justin Blackman? Here it comes. 10 seconds from their own 27. The Cardinals have no time. They got to make a miracle happen. Gresham drops it. 4 seconds. The Cardinals need a TD here to tie it up and send us into overtime.
Wait a minute, why isn't the clock running?
Because he was...
Oh! Oh, I thought he caught it. Okay. Catch that thing. That's Jermaine Gresham. Drop it.
What's Drew going to take out of his hat here? This could be the last play of the season for this Cardinals team. Or it could be the beginning of a legend. He throws into double coverage. Bad decision. Picked off. Don't run it back, Josh. Don't be a dick. He's going to run it back. He's going to be a dick. Ah. And Blaine Gabbert for pride. And he runs that back to be a dick. Josh Percy's a bad person. If you see him, tell him he's a bad person. Shame him. This is the guy, the architect of all of that. And the Vikings are able to down the Cardinals. Oh, and he's going to go for 2.
Just 'cause fuck him.
Let's look at the face of a sociopath while he does it. This is the face of a sociopath right here, people. He's going for 2 on his poor friend for no reason. Just to rub salt into the wound.
He knew I was going for it.
He's going. They're doing some fake flip thing. No, they really kick it. He makes it. And the Vikings are able to down the Cardinals 52-38. A heartbreaking loss for the Cardinals. But the dream undefeated season is going to continue for Josh Percy and his Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if we're ever going to do this again. But this has been WXIN Madden League. Commentated by me, the Madden commentator guy. I'll see you all if we ever do this again. Goodbye, America. Goodbye, Rick. Sleep well.